This is Steven, and today I wanted to talk a little bit more about AI and it being used as a tool for everything, art, especially art. That's pretty much the main thing I want to talk about. So, uh, a couple of weeks ago, maybe has it been a month? I don't remember. But the latest game from Cyan, the makers of Myst and Abduction, they've been making computer games for like 35 years or whatever. Like basically as long as I've been alive, they've been making these just immersive, vast worlds games for you to just get in and explore. And they're always so full of lore and uh, just visual stuff, and it's always been just super immersive. That's the key, is it immersive. And with their latest game, Firmament, uh, in the credits, it has a thing where it basically says, AI assisted uh, content, and it lists, like journals and uh, narrator voice, etc., etc. It has like a bunch of little things that says was AI assisted creations, and apparently different outlets picked up on that and were like, oh, this game was created with AI generated assets, and then people were like, oh, I would never have bought this game if I had known that it was going to be used, made with AI stuff. And it's really, like, what's with this, fake outrage? It seems ridiculous to me that people would pretend to surely, like, why are you upset, honestly? Like, let's get real. What is there to be upset about? Like, it's really hard for me to understand why people get upset. It's like everything that we do these days is created with the assistance of a computer of some sort. Like, I am recording this on my phone, which is a computer, and I'm going to be editing it on a computer. I'm going to be uploading it to a computer, and that stuff doesn't happen just magically. There's processes and stuff involved every step of the way. So what's the difference between that and quote unquote AI tools? Like, so let me explain a little bit. So when you're creating like a huge world, like, you can't always uh hand draw every pixel that goes everywhere. You need to be able to use, that's why you have the computers, that it's to help you build big areas smartly with minimal work. Not minimal work, but it's meant to be, to make your work able to be spread out in a larger area, if you get what I mean. So, like, when you're looking at a journal, like a journal or a book in Firmament, you know, the textures of the pages are meant to look, kind of worn and used, and it's like, why would I want to waste, like, a developer, like, am I going to have 100 people trying to, it's like, oh, I have 100 books that I need to handcraft, and I have to just make each page unique, so it doesn't, when you're looking through it, it doesn't look like it's just the same page copy and pasted. It's like, no, you're going to have like ink spots or water damage, and you can't always make that by hand for you know, 20,000 pages or whatever that you're having to make. So you're going to use like tools to kind of randomize it. And I don't see why that's a problem. That's not like it's something new. It's not new. People have been doing that for, developers have been doing that kind of stuff for decades. Um, it's essentially no different from the procedurally generated stuff like you see in No Man's Sky. How each new planet that you go to wasn't handcrafted. It's made based off of variables and formulas that the developers set to say, hey, these planets can have these certain things, and they're populated by these certain creatures that can have a bigger head here or a smaller head here. Like, I know have minimal I have minimal context for some of these things, so I don't have all the details. But even with that minimal context and understanding of things, I still understand that you're going to want to use tools sometimes to help you with some of the more complicated stuff. Not complicated stuff, but like tedious stuff. Like it doesn't make sense to someone to copy and paste something over and over again if you can be able to have a computer help you get like a whole, like if you're building a house and you build one wall, it's like you know what that wall looks like, and you can't necessarily copy and paste that wall 3 more times. I mean, you can, but it's not so interesting. So you can, the computer can be like, okay, I understand what that wall looks like. Now I'm going to make something that looks, similar to that, but, it has a variance. I don't see a problem with that. Like, why would someone yell? It's like, you didn't make it yourself, so that makes it bad? It's like, no. This is just me with, going on a random tangent, about something that just kind of made me upset earlier this week. I don't even know what the point I'm trying to make, other than it really frustrated me seeing the obvious clickbait, oh, they're using AI to make this game. It's like, no, they're not using AI to make this game. They're using AI to help them with certain parts, and like Photoshop has their generative fill tools now, to where you can select a certain area and you can have it generate a new bit of information. Our phones, most of our phones have a thing to where you can select an area on the picture and delete the object, where it basically just fills in what it thinks would go into that spot. That's all AI assisted tools. So it you don't have to think that a person is not doing the work. It's a matter of using tools to do a job. So I can be here and I can answer 100 emails, and if I, after I've answered 10 emails, the other 90 emails are probably not going to sound as good as the first 10, because I've had a long day and I'm trying to answer 100 emails. So I've put in all that effort on 10 emails. Why would it be wrong for me to say, it's like, okay, here, look at these 10 emails that I've worked on, and now I need this next email, I needed to say, hey, I'm sorry about your cat. If I just said sorry about your cat, that's not really interesting. That's not very, helpful to anyone. But based off of the other emails that I've sent, it can be like, hey, I'm very sorry about your hat, your cat, fat, dat, I don't know. It can help make it sound a little bit more cohesive and intelligible. Like right now, I wish I had something that could help me sound a little bit more clear right now, because right now I'm not going off of a script. See, that's the thing, is that if most people, when they're making videos, they have a script that they're reading off of, because that makes for a better video. It makes for a better video when you plan things out better and take the time to organize your thoughts. When I'm just speaking normal, it's hard sometimes. A lot of the times. Most of the times. All the times. It's hard to just speak without, organizing your thoughts. And I've gotten myself into trouble many times. Many times because I didn't plan things out very well. And when, emotions get tense and things just blurt out, I've gotten into trouble. Hi, Jacob. Noah. You know who you are. No. Do I cut this out, or do I just leave it in? Anyway, what I'm saying is that I've said this stuff before, and I'll say it again, is that I think using AI to help the creativity process is not a bad thing. Like, if I want to, write a story, then being able to kind of input some key details, and then AI kind of, fill it out a little bit, and then I can say, hey, that's a good idea, and then I can use that to base something else off of. So it's a collaboration. It's not having AI do it for you. It's very much a collaborative process. It's like having, another person brain to bounce things off of. But oftentimes when you have multiple people trying to do one thing at the same time, it can be frustrating, because I say one thing and then I say another thing, and if you don't end up doing either of those things, then they can get feelings hurt and all that kind of stuff. And so having a way, like a second brain almost, that doesn't care if you use its ideas or not to build your other ideas off of, is very beneficial. And of course, that's not the only thing. The whole conversation is way more nuanced and complicated and complex than that. But the general gist of it, like, I've gone on 15 minutes now saying how people got upset over nothing. And I think that's ridiculous. It's just mind-numbingly ridiculous. And and also that the AI assisted content for the narrator voice, if you listen to the narrator, it was not an AI voice. It was like a normal person voice. And uh, what the developers explained was that, first of all, the person who did the voice wanted to be anonymous because they were an employee of the company, and they've done voice work before. So for whatever reason, their own reasons, they didn't want their name in the credit for doing the voice, and I'm sure we can all respect someone's privacy if they don't necessarily need to be, like, they've already been paid and stuff. So do they need to, if they don't want to be credited, then that's their choice, obviously. So what they used the AI assistant for was to, I don't know, maybe change some inflection points or add a, audio filter to it or whatever they did. But they felt the need to list that in the credits as, being, AI assisted, even though pretty much any work that we do is, audio editing, changing filters or whatnot. Whether you call it, AI assisted or not, I don't know. That's a whole, there's a whole subject there, I guess. And I'm not educated enough to be able to be part of that conversation. But it's really something that people get upset over nothing. And I just want to enjoy things. Is that a crime? Okay, 17 minutes I've just talked about nothing. People get upset about nothing, I talk about nothing. But thank you for watching, and I know this is like the day is almost over. I'm filming this the same day I'm releasing it because I've just panic. I don't know. I have no excuse. All right, see you next week.